Good morning. Welcome to the replay. I will be with you in just a moment. Hi, Leslie. How are you today? Be right with you. Okay. Switch over. Good morning, good morning. How are you, Leslie? Thanks for joining me. You are here every morning, and I really appreciate that. You come and watch every time. I love having you here. So, sorry I'm like 2 minutes late today because I had all of my cameras set up and then all of a sudden it erased all of the information that I had popped in there about this live this morning. So I had to start over, and here we are. It's all good. All is well. So, doing well, thank you, Leslie. So, I did post a question this morning asking if you would choose from one of two pictures, a kitten and a puppy. And that puppy went out by a long, long shot. So, we are going to be working on a puppy project today for all of you puppy moms and dads, and for baby mamas and daddies and families. So I have one dog at the moment. I lost one in April, which definitely broke my heart. I had him for 17 years, and yeah, that was rough, but he had a really good life, and I had him his whole life, so that was something unique. So, without further ado, the project that we're going to be working on today is a layering project. And I'm going to switch over my cameras so that you can see what's going on here. Oops, let me get this. Sorry. So much technical stuff, you know? So let me get this. Why isn't that camera on? My apologies. Give me 1 second. Make sure this is still running. Nope, it stopped. All right, hold on. All right, hold 1 sec. 1 sec. So sorry. Here we go. We'll be back in business in just a moment. Okay, I got it. Darn it. It's going to be one of those days, I think. All right, we are back. So let me grab this and move my picture in picture so we can see each other. Put this on here. Nope. Okay, there we go. I got it. And we'll switch this over. Okay. It's going to be one of those days. Good morning, Ruth. How are you today? All right, so we are doing a transfer called Life is Better with a Dog. And no offense to you cat people, but there were more people that voted on the dog than the cat. So this is the transfer that we will be working with today. This is my transfer of the day, and if while you're watching you would like this transfer, I actually have one dog transfer and one cat one, which I will hopefully remember to show you when we're done with this one. So we're going to be working on Life is Better with a Dog for today anyway. So this one makes me think of my son's dog. He bought a golden retriever puppy last Christmas. He is the cutest thing you ever saw. He's been cute since the moment they got him. Hello. However, he's a 1.5 years old. He's huge and he's wild. He's the cutest thing ever, though. I can't even get mad at him. But he's rambunctious and he eats things, and we love him. But anyway, I'm just going to cut this one apart. This is a 2-piece layered project. And there is a line that runs right up and down on this transfer. So I'm just going to cut the 2 pieces apart like so. And the surface that we're going to be using today is one of my favorite things to do. It is a Dollar Tree find that I painted. So this is what it looks like. It is just a big giant tag. Let me see if I can zoom out just a smidge. There we go, so you can see everything. On the back side here, if you look really closely, I did sand it off as much as I could, but there was glitter on it. It just would not sand for some reason. But this has a really, I think it says, this chick is ready for Easter. Yeah, you can see it in the, in the screen just a little bit, but I did paint it. So you wouldn't see that, but you still can. But we're going to use the opposite side of the tag anyhow. It's just a little bit easier to work on. So all I did was sand it just a little bit to rough it up, and I painted it a couple layers of white acrylic paint. So you've got a jar of that. That's all you need. So we're going to be starting with this layer right here. If you are working on a layered project, one of the things you're going to notice with our newer transfers is that they are numbered. So there's a tiny little number 1 here and a tiny little number 2 right there. So obviously we're going to use number 1 first. But before we do that, we're going to do a couple of things. So I'm going to write dog 1 on here. 1 and my initials on the front and my initials on both sides actually. Front and back, and then I'm going to write dog 2 and my initials on this one. So that way I know which transfer goes on which carrier sheet. And I also know that the transfer and the carrier sheet belongs to me. If I'm working with a group of people, I know whose is whose. And this also helps you to remember not to return your transfers after you've cleaned them. They are reusable. After you wash them and dry them, you can return them back to the carrier sheets that they came on. And the part that I wrote on is kind of a matte surface, and it's a little bit difficult if you happen to put your transfer on the back side, the matte side, to peel them off to use them again because it can stick really tightly on there. So this side of the transfer, come on, is very slick and shiny. I hope you guys are not looking at my nails because they're a mess. I haven't been to, obviously, the hairdresser or had my nails done in quite a long time. But I'm okay with that. It is what it is. It's Corona hair, don't care. And so anyway, back to this. This is very slick on one side, and the back of the transfers are also very sticky, very, very sticky. And you want to always apply them back onto the slick side when you're done using them. So we're going to start with this one here. And as always, you want to roll your thumb along the edge, and it should peel up pretty easily. Put that to the side. And what we're going to do is something called fuzzing. If you've never fuzzed before, here's how you do it. You're going to take something like a towel or your t-shirt or something that has a little bit of fiber on it, and you are going to attach the sticky side of your transfer to whatever it is, whatever that surface is. You might notice that in my, back in the day when we used to have hands-on project workshops before the virus hit us all, you'd see pictures of people in my workshops with their transfers on their shirts. And the reason we were doing that was just to pick up a little fuzz to soften the adhesive on the back of your transfers. Some of them are super, super sticky, and we want to be sure that we can peel them off easily enough. And when we're doing layering like we're going to be doing in a few minutes, you definitely want to be sure to fuzz really, really well, and I'll explain that when we get there. Good morning, Miss Mary, Mary. Please be sure to sprinkle my live with your friends and family so they can see what we're doing here. That is the best compliment you can give me if you enjoy watching my lives. So this transfer, I don't know if you can see, but they have little tiny circles in the top and bottom corner. I'll pull this up close so you can see. It's called a registration mark. Can you see that? Kind of. They're called registration marks, and those are really helpful for lining up your transfers if you're layering. Oh my gosh, this is so sticky. I'm going to fuzz it a few more times. But this one, I realize, goes off of the surface that we're using, so we're not going to really be able to use them quite as well this time. A few of us designers have requested that they make the registration marks larger because they're hard to see sometimes. Not always, but Sometimes they're very hard to see when you're chalking with them. Ah, I stuck my transfer to itself. Here's the other side and fuzz it a little bit more. I think I've fuzzed on this towel so many times that there's not much fuzz left on it. So we'll do this side and see if that helps. Yeah, it gave me a little bit more. Okay, so let's get this on here nice and straight if possible. I'm just going to use the edge of the bottom edge of the tag as my guide here. Looks pretty centered right about there. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to rub this down nice and light. I'm not going to go too tight because I don't want it pulling up the paint underneath it. I'm just going to give this a nice light rub down. Make sure we don't have any bumps, bubbles, or folds. And I have a little bit of a bubble right here, so I'm just going to straighten that, pull that right back up, and straighten it again. All right, so I have stirred up my chalk before I came live, so you don't have to watch me do all of that. But my thought is I'm going to do the dog in shimmer gold. Golden retrievers are not really yellow and they're not really brown, and I think this is the closest color to what I'm looking for, I think. And we'll give him some brown ears. How about that? All right. So we're going to go in. Let me grab some squeegees. We're going to need a few today, so I'll grab my whole bucket full. And I'm going to use the small ones, the minis today, I think. We'll get this party started. Pull that up a little bit. So what I'm using, again, is called Shimmer Gold, and I'm also using bark on the ears on the second layer. But for now, I'm going to use that. And I think I'm also going to do the paw prints in brown. So I will need the brown. And the brown is called bark. Good morning, Miss Christine. How are you today? Glad to see you. Okay, so do I need any other colors? The only other color I'm going to do, this has got a little bubble right here. I'm going to pull it, fix that before I get going. Oh, looks like just a bump in the wood. The only other color I'm going to use is down here with the dog. I'm going to do that in a color called Eucalyptus. I don't know if this color is available anymore, but there are other similar colors that you absolutely could use if you like the way this comes out. So I'm going to start with the dog, and we're going to do the paste and peel method. I'll probably do the dog and the paws and then peel, and then we'll do the word dog. Okay, here we go. Let's get this party started. I'm going to start by grabbing a scoop of my gold shimmer, and you spread it all over the open areas of the transfer. And if you don't know, this is actually it's not a stencil at all, but a silk screen, which allows you so much more detail than you would ever get with a stencil. So I'm going to put this on and leave it a little bit thick so I can go back and scrape it off after. You want to remove your transfers from the surfaces before they ever dry. If they happen to dry before you scrape it off and pull your transfer, chances are it's going to come off with the transfer. It's going to come right up with it. Not good. So I'm going to do the little brown paw prints, because what puppy doesn't have muddy feet, right? Do them in bark. How appropriate for a dog. Bark. Well, these I'm going to go a little bit thinner, kind of scraping as I go, because I can scoop off that gold really quickly, because all of the extra chalk goes right back into the jar to use for another project, so there's no waste. Jar chalk lasts for you a good long time, especially if you're doing small projects like this. If you're doing larger ones like the one I did yesterday, did I put that? The big farm sign that I did, you will use more chalk. Ah, wrong jar. Careful. Okay, so I'm just scraping this off right back in. And we'll just peel this back. This is always the fun part, the peel and reveal. Here we go. Cute. So far so good. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining me this morning. If you are just hopping in, be sure to say hello. If you are a first-time viewer, make sure you write a 1 in the comments so that I know that you're here. So I'm just going to let this sit for just a moment. I could go in with my, maybe I will since it's right here. I'm going to go in with my heat tool to dry this a little bit quicker. And what I'm using is by Recollections. It is mostly used for card making, for embossing and things like that, but it also is great for drying paint and paste. I'm going to dry this up a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry at this point. I am avoiding the getting the heat on the transfer because it will warp the transfer and you can really melt them and ruin them pretty easily if you're not careful. So keep it moving, not in one spot the whole time. You don't want to overheat the chalk because it'll actually boil if you're not watching. Okay, I love it. So far so good. Let's see, I'm going to put the cover on the gold and the bark for now, since we're not going to use that for a couple more minutes. So what kind of dogs do you guys have? Dogs was absolutely the big winner this morning when I asked what kind of, should I do a dog or a cat project. Dogs won by a landslide. So I have a dog right now, Molly, if you may have met her. She's funny and she's cute, and I'm not really sure what she is. I think she's sort of a Lhasa Apso Terrier Heinz 57 dog, but she's funny. She wasn't so funny last night though. She did not want to come in the house. It was about 12:30 and I was calling and calling and calling, and she seems to have spotted something in our backyard. I don't know if it's a possum or a squirrel or what it is, but she wants to play with it or something. And she sits there and stares, and she sits like a statue and never moves. You have a golden? I didn't remember you had a golden. You have a couple dogs, right, Leslie? Okay, so this is called Eucalyptus. Again, there's one similar out there called Sage, if you like this color. And we're going to pull that up. I see where I might have had a little bit of a bubble in there, which if we do, we can probably fix it. Nope, looks good. Ta-da! That peel and reveal is always the best part, isn't it? All right, so now I am going to dry this up really, really well, because the next part that we're going to do involves layering. And when you are layering, you want to be sure that the first layer of chalk that you put in is very, very dry. And not only that, if you've used a heat tool to set it, you're going to want to also make sure that your surface has cooled first before you do your next layers. Okay, when did you tell me if you can still see me? Because my screen is frozen. I just want to make sure that I'm still live. Hi Sandy, I didn't see you pop in. Hello, hello. Very strange. Looks like I'm live, but my screen is saying going live. Let's make sure this is working. Yep, I think we're okay. All right. I'm making sure this is super, super dry. Okay, so if you don't have a heat tool, no worries at all. You can use a hairdryer if you're in a hurry. What is going on? Let me just play with this for 1 second. You can use a hairdryer. You can let it air dry. It's absolutely up to you. But one thing that I want to mention is sometimes it looks like it's dry. And if you are layering, there we go. I think I'm okay. You guys got to tell me if I'm not, all right? When you are layering, sometimes it looks dry, but it's just like when you paint a wall. Sometimes they'll say to let it cure for 24 hours to be sure that it is super, super dry. Not just looking dry, but it's, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll think about it. That drives me crazy when I can't find a word that I want. Alright, so I'm going to let that cool, and I'm going to start fuzzing my next layer. Before I even do that, I wanted to mention something to you. If you've ever ordered from my website before, you are going to notice that when you check out, there's a tab that says, would you like to round up your order for Watts of Love? And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what that is. This is a t-shirt that I have from Watts of Love, and this is an organization that Chalk Couture sponsors. And what we do is we help raise money to buy solar-powered lamps for areas that are very much in poverty and don't have electricity. And what they're using instead of electricity to light up their homes is kerosene. And unfortunately, kerosene is very flammable and very dangerous, and we were finding that many people, especially children, are getting badly burned by the kerosene. So our solution was to help this organization called Watts of Love raise money to buy solar-powered lamps for their homes. So it is an amazing organization. You can find some more information on my website about that. But if you don't mind rounding up to the nearest dollar for Watts of Love, thank you for doing that. There's also a tab where you can donate larger amounts of money for Watts of Love. So thank you for your generosity with that as well. So let's see. Let's get this next one going. And as I said before, I am going to fuzz the heck out of this one. All right, let me see if I can see my live now. Did I lose you guys or what? I don't know what happened. Cured. All right, we're fine. All right, yay, back in business. So this is the second layer, and again, this one has a 2 on it, so we know that it is absolutely a second layer. Remove that from the carrier sheet, and remember, keep these because you're going to want to return your transfer after you've washed it and dried it. You can put it back on the carrier sheet for safekeeping, and put it back into the packaging so that it's nice and clean. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, this side seems to have more fuzz on it than the other side. Now I've used all the fuzz up. So this side actually is more of a microfiber side, and usually it is used for drying your transfers. So it does a great job soaking up all that excess water after you clean them. And these are so sticky. I might actually put these on my pants and fuzz them a little bit even more than this. So don't mind me. Don't mind me. I think I have more fuzz on my pants than the towel. I have used it up. Okay, a couple more times. So I want to be sure that this is really as unsticky as I can get it to be, because we are layering them, and I don't want the stickiness from this piece to pull up the chalk that's already been put underneath it. So we'll say a little prayer and hope that it works well. So just in case you wondered, you are taking a lot of the stickiness and dulling it, but when you wash it and dry your transfers, the stickiness will come back. Hi, Mary Jane. Hello, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. We are having lessons in fuzzing at the moment. Ooh, we gotta get this hair off. Maybe not. I'm shedding. It's one way to get some of this hair taken off. My hair hasn't been this long. I can't even tell you when. God bless my hairdresser, because she has been swamping busy, and I have an appointment. Thank you, Tara, on the 18th. Say a prayer if the girl can still walk by then. Okay, so here's our first layer all ready to go, and I'm going to, again, I don't have the ability to use the registration marks that we put in earlier, but I can kind of see where the dog's nose line up and the collar, and that should be enough to be sure I'm in the right place. Looks like my R went over the edge just a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can twist it just a smidge, because that shouldn't happen. But it might anyway. Oh, nope, that's better. I think we've got it. Okay. You went yesterday, you lucky girl. Lucky girl. You must feel like a new woman. Oh my gosh. All right, so I am very, very gently just making sure that this is rubbed down on the open areas, just lightly. Again, I'm trying not to compromise the paste that I've already put on there. So we're going to go back in with our eucalyptus. We'll start at the top and work our way down. And I'm going to do Life is Better in eucalyptus. Life is better. And I'm going to leave it thick so I can scrape it all off after I finish the other parts. I'm going to be working with a couple different colors here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that for a little bit. I am not the fastest chalker. There are people that can do this whole thing with no problem without it drying. Not me. I like to take my time a little bit more than that and make sure that it's the way I want it. So I'm a little slower at it than some people, and I'm okay with that. So here are the brown little brown ears. You don't have to chalk the areas that are teal. You really don't need to go do the whole transfer, of course, because there's nothing that's going to go through the screens there. Where's my black? Oh, there it is. I'm going to give him a little black nose. Hello, Cherie. Good morning, good morning. Going with some black. I'm going to do the nose, the eye, and the smiling face there. Okay. Just going to leave that now. And one more part is the collar. And I picked this color. I know this is not available anymore. It's called Liberty Blue, but we do have some colors that are similar. If you would like to do a blue collar, remind me to show you the cat as well. Let's give this little guy a blue collar, because my son's dog is male. Not that I'm giving him this. Unless he asks me, I might make him one. Okay, so I've got the whole top half covered with chalk. It doesn't look like much, does it? But now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to start at the top again, and I'm going to remove all of that excess chalk to put back into the jar. Just kind of snow plowing it off. There's the green. Here we go. Cindy, you're going tomorrow? You lucky girl. This cannot happen soon enough for me. Cannot happen. So, okay, my brown. Go back and get my butt. This is called bark, by the way. Pull that. I'm trying not to put any undue pressure on any of this transfer. Just kind of being really careful because it is layered. And then the blue. Where's my blue squeegee? That color. And we're going to lift this and let it sit for a sec. There we go. So, you know, I always start from pulling in the corner, but here's a tip for you. If you can grab it from the center of the transfer and lift it, it avoids the transfer from getting stretched. So, nice low and slow. Oh my gosh, he's cute. He's really cute. So it looks like I got a little bit of bleeding around the blue collar. Not sure why, but I can touch that up with a little bit of paint after. Oops, let me pull the rest of this down. Okay, he's coming out so cute. All right, I'm going to heat this up a little bit and then we will finish it up. One of the ideas that I had about this transfer was, if you did it And something a little bit bigger than this, you could put some hooks to hang your leashes on. Wouldn't that be cute? All right, that looks good. I'm going to let that plop down, and all we have left to do is these two little bones right here. Make sure you can see this. And we have Witha, and then some little accents for the words dog. So I'm thinking black bones, go back in with the teal for letters, and I'm going to do these in that blue again. So hopefully that will be okay. I'm just going to stir this blue a little bit more and see if it's just not incorporated well enough. Did it earlier, but it shouldn't run like that. Okay, we're good. I'm sorry, stuff's falling. Okay, let's get some bones from my black squeegee. Did I make the surface? Well, sort of. I actually got this surface at the Dollar Tree. That is about the only thing that's been open around here. I'll tell you guys. A few things are opening in Connecticut, and I'm right on the Connecticut line. But I got this at the Dollar Tree right around Easter time. And I sanded the Easter design off of it. It's on the back of it. You kind of see it a little bit. But I sanded it and painted it. And yeah, I think it's a kind of a cute little tag. Go in with the eucalyptus again, with I'm pushing this paste right through the screen. Again, I'm not using too much pressure because I don't want to pull the design up underneath. And here we are, we're going to go try that blue again. Hopefully we won't get any bleeding on these letters. It mostly bled outside on the wood area that wasn't chalked before. So yeah, I love getting stuff that I can repurpose on Dollar Tree, or yesterday I used wood pallets that came from the vanity that we just put in our bathroom. Okay, blue, pull off the black, pull off this black, back in the jar. Can't find things when I have so many colors on the table. And let's go back to the eucalyptus. Ah, I'm putting it in the green. Did you see what I just did? All right, I gotta clean that up before it gets bad. I got it. Wow. That was a rookie thing to do, huh? Okay, so let's pull this back up. This area here. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. What do you think, guys? Pretty darn cute. Yeah, definitely hit that Dollar Tree up. All right. Thank you, Leslie. I'm glad you like it. If you like the dog one, I have one transfer left in stock of the dog. And I'm also going to show you the cat as well. So I'm just going to pop this to the side for a second so I can show you the cat. I should probably close up my jars too. So, clean up a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, Suzanne, welcome, welcome. You are going to have to watch this project on replay. We've just finished it, but I'll show it to you again in a second. It was a fun little project. And now you guys know how to layer and fuzz like crazy. So let me show you the cat one. And I have one dog in stock, and I have two cats. So let me show you what the cat looks like. Got a jar here. This is Life is Better with a Cat. Again, it's pretty much the same layout as the dog. If you are the cat person, this might be for you. How cute is this? That'd be adorable. It's got little fish instead of bones on it. Adorable. So, yep, I have two of these. You can order the cat on my website. If you would like these, I have them here. I can do porch pickups, or I can do, you can mail them out to you. The dog, however, I do have one in stock if you'd like that one, but they are out of stock on my website at the moment, but they'll be back. So let me know if you would like a dog or a cat in the comments, and I can be sure to get those to you. The other thing I wanted to tell you again is I still have a few of my cute little bundles available. This is something I made last Friday, and I had so many people comment on it and ask about it that I decided that I would offer them out to you guys. You get the box frame, you get the watermelon that I cut all by myself on my scroll saw, you get the ribbons, the paste, everything that you need to complete this project, including the reusable transfer. It comes in a cute little bundle for $40. And if you would like them, let me know. Just write bundle in the comments and I can be sure that I make a bundle for you. I do have to order some of the components, but it shouldn't take too long. But I hope you enjoyed our project today. This is Life is Better with a Dog. You can see this one and lots of other designs right here on my website, chalkcouture.com/Susan. I hope you enjoy this. If this is something that you would like to do as a business, please let me know. I get paid to craft and it is so much fun, and I would love to help you get started as well. Thank you, Christine. The transfers are available online for the cat only. The dog one is out of stock at the moment, but I do have I have one dog in stock. So I think, Leslie, did you just claim that one? Leslie, just let me know if you're claiming the dog. I'll need to go this weekend to see what they have. Okay, I'm just checking back at all your comments. Do you guys have any other questions? Let me know. Happy to answer for you. This was really fun. Okay, that is all for today. Tomorrow morning I will be back at 10 a.m. with another wonderful project for you. In case you are a club member, Club Couture member, I just wanted to let you know that your orders have just shipped. So every month, if you are a Club Couture designer, we send a brand new exclusive transfer straight to your door with some chalk paste so that you can create designs with us. And I will be doing some projects with that, but I will be here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with another fun project. So be sure to join me, and thanks for tuning in. Gotcha, Leslie. I got the dog for you. Anybody want the cats? Claiming the cats, let me know, and we will be sure to either arrange a porch pickup or I can mail them right out to you. This transfer is a size C and is one that I would probably, if it's okay with you, cut it in half to ship it to you because it would make your shipping a lot more affordable. So, all right, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye-bye.